Welcome to Braves Country Radio. We are excited to bring you a brand new season, your home for the classic call of radio baseball.
In Congress, July 4, 1776, the unanimous declaration of the 13 United States of America. When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights governments are instituted among men deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such forms as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence indeed will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes, and accordingly all experience hath shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer while evils are sufferable than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations pursuing invariably the same object evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security, and by the authority of the good people of these colonies solemnly publish and declare that these united colonies are and of right ought to be free and independent states, that they are absolved from all allegiance to the British Crown, and that all political connection between them and the state of Great Britain is and ought to be totally dissolved, and that as free and independent states they have full power to levy war, conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and for the support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor.
ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Play ball! Good seats, hey, buddy. He missed the tag! He missed the tag! He missed the tag!
On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys. Pour you a cold one. It's time for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live, and the scene is Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia. We're set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play, the classic call, Braves Country Baseball. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. It's time to put it all aside for what should be a great game here on the Diamond. As we take you out to the old ballpark, kick up your feet, let's take a journey back to the golden age of radio baseball. We'll do our best to paint the picture as the game goes along. Roll call is on the way. It's time to join the country club, join in the fun. It's time to chop along. Go ahead and put your game face on. Here are the starting lineups for today's action. Leading off for the New York Metropolitans in center field, A.J. Ewing. 4 home runs, 19 RBI, 8 stolen bases, batting .268. Batting second in left field, Juan Soto. 17 home runs, 39 RBI, 6 stolen bases, batting .293. Bo Bichette batting third, playing third. 10 home runs, 46 RBI, 1 stolen base, batting .250. Lindor is back from the IL, and he has 4 home runs, a .216 average, 9 RBI, 2 stolen bases, batting cleanup, playing short. Carson Benj in right field, 10 home runs, a .259 average. Young is at first, 6 home runs, .228, 14 RBI. Francisco Alvarez, the designated hitter, batting seventh, 9 home runs, 19 RBI, .245 on the year. And Beatty is at second base today. 3 home runs, 27 RBI, 3 stolen bases, batting .211. Torrens is behind the plate and batting ninth. 2 home runs, 16 RBI, .217 on the season. On the mound for the Metropolitans is Christian Scott Day. He's 2-0 with a 3.2 ERA and a 1.33 whip. 45 innings, 53 strikeouts, 21 walks, 5 home runs, 39 hits served. He'll be going head-to-head with Grant Holmes. Grant Holmes, 4-4 with the 3.96 ERA.
I play real sports, not trying to be the best at exercising.
I'm Teddy Powers!
I'm the man who has the ball, so that is why I am better than everyone in the world.
A whip of 1.36, 77 innings, 69 strikeouts, 68 hits, 37 walks, 14 home runs served. Backing up Grant in the bottom of the first inning. Behind the plate, it's Drake Baldwin leading off. 14 home runs, 39 RBI. A .255 average. Ozzie Albies, batting second, playing second. 13 home runs, 48 RBI, .273 on the year. Matt Olson, batting third, playing first. 20 homers, 52 ribbies, .270 clip. Mauricio Dubon is batting cleanup and in left field. 8 home runs, 45 RBI, .269 on the season. Michael Harris II is batting fifth, patrolling center field for your Atlanta Braves. 14 home runs, 44 RBI, 293 on the season. Dominic Smith, the designated hitter, is batting sixth. The former New York Met has 6 home runs, 35 RBI to 278 average. Austin Riley, batting seventh, playing third. 8 home runs, 38 RBI, 208 on the year. The Yaz is in right field and batting eighth. 4 homers, a 222 average, 20 RBI. And Jorge Mateo back in the starting lineup, batting ninth. 259 average of 4 home runs, 9 stolen bases, 11 RBI. Calling balls and strikes behind the plate tonight, it'll be Malachi Moore. Your first base umpire, Alfonso Marquez. Second base is manned by Mike Esterbrook. And down the third base line, it's Lance Barrett. Game time temperatures here at Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia, expect to be about 91 degrees, the wind blowing in from right into center at about 4 to 5 miles an hour. Slight chance of rain, but it should miss the stadium. The Braves are minus 107 on the money line. The Mets plus 100. A practical pick'em. The over-under is 9. Our pick to click tonight against Christian Scott. Not a large sample size, but listen to this. Michael Harris is 3 for 3. We'll take Money Mike to click and for your Atlanta Braves to hopefully put some runs on the board. They'll probably have to, as the Braves have been giving up some runs in their own right. Give me Atlanta to win this one 6-5.
Keep playing like this, will be the laughing stock of the league.
All right, boys, let's get back to basics. This is a baseball. The object of the game is to keep the baseball within the confines of
Braves country.
Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern-day superstation bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 300 play-by-play games right here on the BCR. Good to see you. Everybody loves Raymond. Bobby B, you're the coach for me. Uncle Charlie, Scotty B in the house. My man Nathaniel Brooks, Susan Gray, Rebecca, Justin Green Machine, Gary the Real McCoy, Brandon Barry, James Ray, good to see everybody in the chat. We're just about set for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves. If you haven't already done so, jump into the chat if we haven't said hello. I don't know what H-T-Hey means, Charlie, but howdy. Good to see you, bud. I don't know. I'm assuming that's a misprint, but anyways, if it's not, I guess I'm just not hip. As soon as they kick in the 3D, we will bring it. The Mets are wearing their road grays. New York across the chest in blue outlined in orange. Blue ball cap. Interlocking NY. The same across, representing the city of New York. New York Metropolitans since 1962, a New York baseball franchise. Atlanta Braves wearing their Friday night reds. Red shirts across the chest. It's Braves in blue outlined in white. Same with the numbers on the back. The tomahawk the same below, striped in gold. Navy blue ball cap with the red bill and the red and the white A representing the city of Atlanta. Since 1871, the oldest continuous sports franchise in North America. From Boston to Milwaukee to the A, your Atlanta Braves are on the way next. Good to see you, Richard. Jen. I think we've gotten just about everybody else, unless you comment at the very beginning. Wherever you saw that roll call line appear, that's where we started reading from. Phillies are off tonight, so we have a chance to gain a half game on the Philadelphia Phillies. They will resume action tomorrow. They have a 3-game series that's wrapping around to Monday. For whatever reason, they're off today. It was a scheduled day off. Good to see you, Tim. Spaceman Ladarius. I don't think I've ever seen that with the Braves, have a scheduled Friday off, but not counting like after opening day or something like that. I'm talking about the middle of the season. Usually there's a reasoning for it. I noticed that in late August the Braves are playing a 4 o'clock game on a Friday, but that is because, well, the time doesn't really make sense, but anyways, that weekend is the weekend that we play in Williamsport against the Marlins. So that really doesn't have a lot to do with it, but there must be something going on in Miami that night where they pushed it up. I think it's a couple of day games that weekend, and then we'll have the Friday night game where they play in Williamsport, home of the World Series. Grant Holmes firing his final warm-up pitch. Pitch is. And once that 3D is brought to us, we will lift the curtain. Always have to double check and make sure it's not looks like it's starting to load, so. A.J. Ewing is the leadoff batter for the Metropolitans. He is standing in with a .268 average. Righty-lefty matchup will get us going here to start the inning, to start the game. As A.J. Ewing digs in, we dig in. Yes, sir, it is baseball time in Braves country. The first pitch on the way. He's outside wide. For a ball, it's 1-0. The 1-0 swung on. Fouled straight back. It's 1-1. So 1-1 count. 0-0 your score. Infield back and to the left. The 1-1. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss up top. It's 1-2. Braves nothing, Mets nothing. Top of the first inning. The 1-2 pitch. Pitch misses. Ball 2, 2-2. 2-2 count. Standing on deck is Soto. The pitch on the way, swing, lifts it. High into center field. Underneath it is Michael Harris II. He'll make the grab, toss it back into the infield. And one batter, one out to start your Friday night here in Braves country. Juan Soto now coming to the plate. $765 million man. Righty-lefty matchup. The first pitch from Holmes is outside wide. Misses for a ball. It's 1-0. Bo Bichette standing on deck. Lindor in the hole. The 1-0. Misses outside. Called for a strike. We'll take it, but looked like it missed the plate. 1-1. 1-1 count. Infield back into the right. Just below the knee slider. He was having a hard time controlling that slider his last time out. Hopefully he gets that fixed. Time is called. I don't know if he's calling he called an automatic strike. And now Soto's arguing with Malachi Moore. Soto is trying to send his manager, Andy Green, back to the bench, who's coming out to argue. So Soto with the 2-2 count. The irony that rule is supposed to speed up the play, and then we had to wait for all that nonsense to clear out. The 2-2 pitch. Swing. Ropes it down the first base line. Plenty foul. Past the dugout. Just a quick reminder, 4th of July tomorrow. We'll be celebrating with our family, so we won't be here tomorrow. But remember, that game is on Fox soon, so you can watch it on Rabbit Ears. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there's 2 down. We will be back the very next morning for the July 5th, coming on the air at noon. Man, Soto's still ticked off about that. He's arguing with Malachi Moore as he's heading back to the dugout, giving him the what for. Maybe he'll get tossed. We will be back on July 5th. It's a noon start to the broadcast. 12:30 first pitch, or it actually might be 12:35, but we'll be on in plenty of time before it starts. The first pitch down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Bo Bichette, 10 home runs on the year. And then Monday we've got a special doubleheader planned for you. The 1-0 pitch. Sinker down below the knees, 2-0. Phillies are at the Royals at 2 o'clock Eastern. So it's a mid-afternoon matinee on a Monday afternoon. And then after that, Braves versus Mets. This is a 4-game series we've begun. The 2-0. That hit the outer edge, but Drake's not going to challenge it, nor is Grant. 3-0. You don't see a lot of pitchers challenge, but that one there, Drake should have challenged it. The 3-0 pitch. Just grabs the outer edge right there. 3-1. Those two balls were sitting on top of each other, by the way. The 3-1 count. Right down the pipe. 4-seam fastball. And it's a full count. 2 outs here in the top of the first. Braves going to be facing Christian Scott, and he is a tough customer. Grant Holmes throws a 6-pitch mix, 4-seamer, slider, curve, sinker, cutter, and change. The payoff pitch, swing, rattles it foul down the line. The 4-seamer 38% of the time, slider 38% of the time. So pretty much even Steven with those two coming in at 76. And then the curve at 11, sinker at 6, cutter at 5, and the changeup to keep you off balance at just 3% of the time. Left to right across the outfield for the Bravos tonight, it's Dubon, Harris, and the Yaz. Around the horn, third to first, Riley, Mateo, Ozzie, and Olson. Drake is behind the plate, the 3-2. Rifles it off his instep, and full count once again. Grant Holmes is on the bump. Oh, good. The Mets are showing that the Braves' worst record since June 9th is the Braves at 5-14. The Mets are right behind them at 7-15. Showdown of the Titans this weekend. The payoff pitch. Holmes brings it inside, almost gets him, ball 4. So he'll head on down to first. And Grant Holmes loses the batter, first base runner for the Metropolitans. Holmes at 18 pitches. Braves come into tonight's action 2.5 games in front of Philadelphia, 5.5 in front of the Marlins, 6.5 in front of Washington, and 15 in front of the Mets. We're keeping an eye on the Nationals game for you. It's 2-0 right now, Washington, in the third inning. First pitch is upstairs to Francisco Lindor. It's 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. The 0-1 swing. Bangs it off the plate. It's 0-2. I don't know what Lindor did during his long rehab. And he was down for a little over 2 months, but he definitely let his hair grow. Either that or he went and got some of them extensions. He's a Met, you never know. The 0-2. Just below the knees, curveball taken, 1-2. One-two count. 0-0 your score. Runner at first. 2 outs. The pitch. Swing. Bangs it down the first base line. Plenty foul into the corners. The ball boy chases it down towards the corner. Grant Holmes about to throw pitch number 23 to get out of this jam. The pitch, swing, rips it past the diving glove of Ozzie Albies. It's into right field. The Yaz comes up with it. Bichette goes station to station. The Mets have first and second and 2 outs. Grant Holmes wants to stay off the board here. Christian Scott getting the start for the Mets tonight, and he's a pretty good young right-hander. He's been away from the game, major surgery, came back a few weeks ago. He's pitched pretty well. Doesn't necessarily go deep into ball games, but he pitches well enough as they have a quick mound visit. Jeremy Hefner, the pitching coach out there. Might be just to give Grant Holmes a breather. Remember, you get 5 of those, and a pitching change does not count. So you can take those whenever you want during. They're showing Bryce Elder standing next to Schwellenbach in the dugout. Neither one of those guys will pitch this weekend. The first pitch is outside wide to Carson Benj. The young prospect takes it for a ball. It's 1-0. Grant Holmes went 4 innings of shutout ball against San Francisco on the 27th. 4 2/3, 1-run ball on the 22nd. Hasn't gone more than 4 since June 3rd. The 1-0 swing and a miss. Slider over the top. It's 1-1. He had a pretty good month of May, where he averaged just over 5 innings a start and an ERA of just over 4. But it's been the length that has killed him in this one. In this month, the 1-1 pitch, chops it down the first base line. It's 1-2. We don't expect Elder to come out of the pen in this series. They've said that they're skipping a start, so my guess would be he's going to pitch somewhere in that Pittsburgh series, and then they may shut him down till the All-Star break. You can't... We'll wait after this pitch. The 1-2 pitch. Swing, lifts it into center field, drifting back on the track, making the run and jumping into the wall is Michael Harris. What a great play. 75% of this world is covered by water. The rest by Michael Harris the second. We'll be back in a flash. Where do you come from? Where do you hail from?
You're in Braves country.
It's always great to hear where everybody's listening here in Braves country. Gastonia, North Carolina. Dalton, Cincinnati. Phoenix, Arizona. Live Oak. Lafayette, Georgia. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Prayers for Roger. Houston. Indian Mound, Tennessee. Atlanta, Georgia. Bedford, Virginia. Columbia, South Carolina. Home of the Clemson Tigers, I believe. Isn't that right, Mark? Irwin, Tennessee. Thompson, Georgia. Is that the same Thompson's that's just north of Tallahassee, Florida? Lake City. Drake Baldwin takes the first pitch. Inside for a strike, it's 0-1. Myrtle Beach. The 0-1. Swing. Rifles it foul down the left field line, but out of play. It's 0-2. Man, this is a guy we got to get going. Drake Baldwin batting .255 on the year. Month of June batted .063. The 0-2 pitch, swing, chopper over towards third. Bo Bichette's got it. Always an adventure, but he'll flip it to first. 5-3 on the putout, and there's one away. One up, one down. Ozzie Albies the batter. First pitch to Ozzie is a sweeper. Swung on and roped down the first base line. It's 0-1, and Ozzie's holding his foot. I'm assuming the ball got him, but I didn't see the ball hit him. Take another look at this. Yeah, it just got the top of his foot. Looked like it was a glancing. Well, no, it hit him pretty hard right on the front. In some ways, that's a good sign, because at first I didn't see it hit him, and you always worry when a guy buckles over in pain and hasn't gotten touched. But he's rubbing the spot where the ball hit him. Trying to rub some dirt on it as we speak. Ozzie Albies batting .273 on the year with 13 home runs and a .762 OPS. Ozzie in the month of June batted .274. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss upstairs. It's 0-2. An 0-2 count. 0-0 your score. The hard-throwing right-hander throws one in the dirt. Slider. They check down the line. He did not go. 1-2. Christian Scott leans on that four-seam fastball 50% of the time, and why not? It's a good one. Sweeper 23% of the time, and the cutter 17%. Then he mixes up a slider, splitter, and sinker at about 10% total. The 1-2 swing and a miss. 97 up top, and it's strike number 3. 2 down. Two up, 2 down. It'll be up to Matt Olson to get something going here in the first inning. Matty batted .315 in the month of June. One of the few guys that actually raises batting average in the month. The first pitch is upstairs for a strike. It's 0-1. Has not gotten a hit so far here in July, but we're only a couple of games in. The 0-1 pitch. Swing, punches it over to the third base side, over the dugout, and it's 0-2. But he is in the middle of a power outage. Has not hit a home run since June 12th. The 0-2, swing and a miss, strike number 3. And Christian Scott gets 2 strikeouts, puts a perfect inning up, and we go to the top of the second. Knotted up in goose eggs here in Braves country.
What's for dinner? Hey, Chef, what's for dinner?
My favorite. What's for dinner?
Get in my belly!
Blob, the Blob, Blob Barker, Blob of the Hutt, and Rub-a-Dub Chub.
What do you want for dinner?
I don't care.
1 large jambalaya, please. Jambalaya?
Biggie can't fit through doorway.
Oh, this is fantastic.
You got my shirt at the Big and Tall shop? When did I make the crossover? I can't feel my hands.
You gonna eat your cornbread? It's the wood that makes it good.
Oh my God, I'm fatter than the skipper.
No and then.
And then.
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 I refuse to play your Chinese food mind games.
You sure you know what you're doing?
Yeah, Chinese food seems kind of complicated. Well, maybe for a less experienced chef.
That ketchup?
It's just a base. You don't understand cooking.
Hey, you know what? I just figured out what I want for dinner. A nice hot bowl of shredded stew.
Gazpacho, por favor.
Por favor.
I'm part Spanish.
Adios, muchacho.
Maybe you're getting cheese ball syndrome.
I love broccoli. It's good for you.
Then maybe you'd like to have a piece.
Vile weed!
Hurry up and munch those fries. We've got to get back to work soon.
1 large crab bisque to go.
You want bread? You're pushing your luck, little man.
You know what? I'm sorry. I've had shredded stew before, and it sure as diddly didn't taste like that.
I'll tell you what, a refill on this delicious exotic tea.
That's duck sauce.
That is good.
We're trying to lose weight.
Fatty McButterpants.
Lay off me, I'm starving.
I'm gonna order some pizza.
Little neighborhood joint called Domino's.
Domino's?
Everybody enjoying the food so far?
Oh my God, yes. We're gonna come tomorrow night and every other night for the rest of our lives.
Oh, and don't cheap out on the tip. We all know you're loaded now.
What's for dinner?
We go to the top of the second inning. I don't know if Susan was confused, but yes, Ozzie did continue that at bat after getting hit by the ball on the top of his foot on the batted ball. First pitch is outside wide to Jared Young. Misses for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing, lifts it into left field. Coming in, making the running catches, Mauricio Dubon. And there's one away. Mets nothing, Braves nothing. Just getting going here in the top of the second inning. Game 1 of a wraparound series, a 4-game set. Zaxby Zax Snack. Spam and eggs. By God, if those don't clog up an artery, nothing will, right? That's good eats on a Friday night. I don't care what anybody says. First pitch to Francisco Alvarez is outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. Oh, gotcha, Susan. I didn't know if I wasn't explaining it correctly or if my mic went dead. Sometimes I get confused when I see stuff like that. The 1-0 right there on the outer edge. Looked like that one hit the zone. It's ball 2-0. So a 2-0 count. He's been getting pinched here. The 2-0 pitch, swing, rockets it back foul, 2-1. And I know he's got to pick and choose his battles, but Drake's going to have to be aggressive with Malachi Moore back there because he does not rate well. And you can't have your pitcher pitching behind constantly because it's going to get him in trouble. The 2-1 pitch, swing, pops it up. High into left center. Harris calls off Dubon. There's a little confusion out there. He does make the catch, F8, and there's 2 down. He started to call him off, and then Dubon was calling him off, and Harris eventually said, nah, man, I'm the center fielder. I'll get it. So 2 up, 2 down, and the first pitch swinging by Young. He belts that one high and deep into right field, but it is going to have too much air underneath it. Underneath that one is the Yaz, and that'll end the inning. The Mets go down 1, 2, 3. We'll be back in a flash here in Braves.
I play real sports, not trying to be the best at exercising.
I'm Teddy Powers!
I'm the man who has the ball, so that is why I am better than everyone in the world.
On this date, 1925, Milt Stock sets a National League record by having his 4th consecutive 4-hit game, going 16 for 23, compiling a .696 batting average during that streak. 31-year-old second baseman's output, which includes 3 singles and a triple, helped the Brooklyn Robins beat the New York Giants at Ebbets Field 6-3. On this date, in 1936, San Diego Padre minor leaguer Ted Williams, pinch hitting for the pitcher in the 7th inning in a game against the Angels, gets his first professional hit, a long single off the right field fence at LA's Wrigley Field off Glenn Babler. The 17-year-old Padre, future Red Sox Hall of Famer, stays in the contest to replace the hurler he batted for, retiring the side in order before he will be removed from the mound in the next frame when he gives up 2 home runs. And on this date in 2013, Max Scherzer becomes the first pitcher in 27 years to begin the season 13-0 when the Detroit Tigers beat the Toronto Blue Jays at the Rogers Center 6-2. In 1986, Red Sox right-hander Roger Clemens started the season with 14 consecutive victories and no losses. And that's your Braves Country Radio on this date in baseball history. Find us on YouTube and Facebook today. Welcome back, y'all. First pitch on the way, down and away to Mauricio Dubon to start the bottom of the 2nd inning. It is 1-0. Righty-righty matchup. The 1-0 pitch. Misses high, ball 2-0. Hope y'all got some fun activities planned for the 4th of July weekend. The 2-0 count. Swing rattles it foul out of play. 2-1. Mets nothing, Braves nothing. We're in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Christian Scott, who had a very quick first inning, fires the 2-1 pitch high and out of the zone, 3-1. You'd hope we could get him into trouble with the free passes, run that pitch count up maybe. Remember, he's coming off major surgery, and he's one of their top young prospects at 3-1. Outside wide, ball 4. So he heads down to first base. Leadoff walk for the Atlanta Braves. Good at bat there by Dubon, and Harris will come to the plate. But there's a couple of factors you have to keep in mind here with this youngster on the mound. A, he's one of their top prospects. He's coming off major injury, and they're in a season where they're 15 games out of first place. They're not going to push the envelope. First pitch swinging by Michael Harris is launched high and deep, going back on the track. Zip, boom, bam, it's gone! Ram-a-lamma, ding-dong! A 2-run jack, and that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle-dazzle. It's all right. My name is Money Mike. All right, then.
Deuces, baby. Deuces wild.
This ain't for play. I don't do this for fun. Might want to shave. Might want to shave somebody else.
2-run home run here in the second inning by Michael Harris, the second. Way to get the Braves on the board. It'll be the Dominator's turn now. Dominic Smith standing in, takes the first pitch right down Main Street. First strike, it's 0-1. The 0-1. This is his the 0-1 pitch, down and in. 1-1. Or 0-2, excuse me. The 0-2 count. This is his 11th game coming off that major surgery. And so you got to figure they've got a number in mind where they don't want to stretch him in any inning or inning game. The 0-2 pitch just misses high, four-seamer, 96 miles an hour. 1-2. So if you can run that pitch count up or give him a really long inning, you might be able to chase him, and that could affect the rest of the series. The 1-2. 97, four-seamer misses inside, ball 2-2. Standing on deck is Austin Riley. Dominic Smith came up with the New York Mets at the same time that Pete Alonso. In fact, they were fighting for the first base position when they first came up together. They were doing a bit of platoon at first. The 1-2 chops it over to third. Bichette's got plenty of time. Low throw, but Young will stay with it, and it's a 5-3 put out. One away. One down, and Austin Riley coming to the plate. Christian Scott turns and kicks. First pitch, 95, right there on the outer edge. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss. Sweeper. 0-2. The 0-2 count. On deck is the Yaz. Brings it. That sweeper missed well wide of the zone. Turns it to 1-2. 25th pitch of the game for Scott. The 1-2, did he go around? They check down the first base line. Fonzo Marquez says no dice. And that'll even it up at 2-2. The 2-2. Scott brings it. Just misses outside wide. Four-seamer. And it's a full count. One out and two across as the Braves have taken a 2-0 lead. If you're just joining us or stepped away, a 2-run home run by Michael Harris II. That traveled 419 feet. It took him a second to put the numbers up. That's why we didn't flash it on the screen like we normally do. And it was to dead center. Washington, Pittsburgh is just being roadkill for everybody. You know they're going to play well when we see them on Tuesday. The payoff pitch, swing, fouls it down the line. Out of play. Washington up on Pittsburgh 5-1. They're in the 4th inning. Pitch inside this time to Riley, and he drags it down the third baseline foul. Marlins are out on the West Coast this weekend. They are at the A's. That game does not start until 9:40 Eastern. Braves 2. Mets nothing. Bottom of the 2nd. The payoff pitch. Swing. Lifts it down the first base line, but it'll get into the crowd. Take a high carom into that first level. And we'll do it again. If nothing else, Riley's making him work. He's at 30 pitches now. The payoff pitch. Inside, ball 4. That was a great at bat by Austin Riley. Peppering balls foul until he got himself aboard.
You're my boy, Blue! Blue, you're my boy!
First pitch is right there to Mike Yastrzemski. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Inside. That'll even it up at 1-1. One pitch inside. Did he go around? They check down the third base line. Third base umpire Lance Barrett said that he did. I don't know about that one. That one had dinner plans written all over it. He barely moved. They just showed it again on the Mets camera. He barely moved. The 1-2. Swing. Bangs it off the chalk towards the first base dugout, and it is 1-2. Braves 2, Mets nothing. Mateo stands on deck to pitch. High and out of the zone. 4-seam fastball, 95 miles an hour, 2-2. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Chased a bad one out of the zone. Strike 3. And there's 2 down. Christian Scott is from Florida, so he should be used to the heat. Once again, he's only 11 games removed from a major surgery. 6'4", 215-pounder out of Coconut Creek, Florida. Played his college ball with the University of Florida. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch to Jorge Mateo. Chops it to the backstop. It's 0-1. On deck, the top of the order, Drake Baldwin. So if he can get this line moving, he can put up a few more. The 0-1. Sweeper misses down and away, 1-1. Same two teams back at it early on Sunday. You're going to have to tell the preacher man to hurry it up. It's a 12:35 first pitch. 1-1. Swing, lifts it high, lifts it deep, going back on the track and making the catch in front of the 400 sign. Man, Mateo gave that a ride, just didn't get it over the wall. We'll be back in just a few moments. The Braves lead it 2-0. Top of the third we go. This date, 1939, quote, "Fans, for the past 2 weeks, you've been reading about the bad break I got. Yet today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth. I've been in ballparks for 17 years and have never received anything but kindness and encouragement from you fans." That was Lou Gehrig speaking to a sold-out crowd at Yankee Stadium. During Lou Gehrig's Appreciation Day at Yankee Stadium, the Iron Horse's uniform number 4 will be the first ever to be retired. Initially to be moved to speak, the emotional man of the hour changes his mind when skipper Joe McCarthy encourages him, setting the stage for baseball's most iconic speech when he describes himself as the luckiest man on the face of the earth. And on this date in 1985, the New York Mets outlast the Atlanta Braves, finally winning the ballgame 16-13 in 19 innings after Rick Camp, a weak-hitting hurler with an .060 average and 83 strikeouts in 167 plate appearances, hits an improbable 2-strike, 2-out homer off Tom Gordon to tie the game in the bottom of the previous frame. Shortly after the game ends at 3:55 in the morning, approximately 1,000 fans remain at Atlanta Fulton County Stadium to see the pre-dawn fireworks, which awaken and frighten many of the ballpark's neighbors. Welcome back. We go to the top of the third inning. 2-0 your score, your Atlanta Braves lead this one. 2-run shot by Money Mike gave the Braves the 2-run lead. In case you stepped away, that was in the second inning. It's his 15th home run of the year. And Grant Holmes will go back to work. First pitch to Luis Torrens. He's called for a strike, down and away. It's 0-1. Righty-righty matchup, the 0-1. Drops a curveball. Got the zone, but didn't get the call. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Gonna have to put this on the batter because for whatever reason the normal strike zone cameras aren't working. The 1-2 count. In the dirt. Ball 2, 2-2. Torrens, the number 9 hitter, so standing on deck is Ewing and then Soto. Pitch in the dirt again. Three-two count. Swing, rifles it down the right field line. Fouling out of play. The payoff pitch. I think this thing is behind. I'm going to have to reset it here in a second. The payoff pitch swung on, fouled away, and we'll do it again. Let me go ahead and do that now because it's when it zipped out there because of the camera behind home plate. So a full count. I'm going to reset this thing to give a better idea of what's going on. The payoff pitch once again, swung on, chopped over to second. Ozzie Albies has it. They'll flip it over to first. And it's a 4-3 putout, one away. This thing is still far behind. So I'll just have to pause this thing up and wait for it to catch up because so you try something else. We have more issues when they're in Atlanta with this thing than any other place. First pitch to A.J. Ewing is bounced down the first base line. Foul, it's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing. Dribbles it on the ground over to first. Olsen bobbles it, and it's going to be another error on Matt Olsen. So he'll be safe at first. Olsen's just racking up those errors this year. That Gold Glove's not coming to him this year. There's the play. You see it right there. So we're going to try to line this up with that play. So Matt Olsen spits the bit and lets a runner on, and that'll bring Juan Soto to the plate representing the tying run. First pitch swinging, and he slices it down the left field line, and that is going to be a home run. A 2-run shot, and the Mets have tied it up, partly due to the home run and partly to the error. So it's a tie ball game. One of those runs is earned. And we start over. It's 2-2. Bo Bichette, the batter. Righty-righty matchup. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. I think we got it lined up now. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Over the top, it's 0-2. Never thought you'd say it about Matt Olsen, but he's going to have to go out there and take some infield practice because he has been terrible out there the last week or so. The 0-2. Pitch down and away, 1-2. 1-2 count. Holmes comes set. Kicks and fires. Swing. Pops it up. High into very shallow center field. Underneath it, making the catch, is Mateo. And there's 2 down, bringing Francisco Lindor to the plate. Good over-the-head catch there by Mateo. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch is upstairs, misses high for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Brings it inside for a strike, 1-1. The 1-1. Taken in the dirt, ball 2, 2-1. So a 2-1 count. 2-2 your score. All 4 runs via the home run. Braves got their man on. with a walk. The Mets with an error. The 2-1 pitch, swing chopped over towards second. Ozzie backhands it, flips it over to first, and Olsen makes the grab. We'll go to the bottom of the third, knotted up at 2 here in Braves country.
Coach, I know you're thinking about the next game, but when will you stop and appreciate how special and how historic all of this has been?
I'm really not thinking about the next game. I'm thinking about cracking open a beer.
I hate when you bitches move to Appalachia and you're like, guys, I heard whistling in my backyard. I think it's a Wendigo. That is my Uncle James and he's addicted to meth and Afrin. It's not some ancient being coming after you. You live on Deep Creek Lake. I promise you, your multi-million-dollar mansion isn't attracting these beings. Get the over yourself!
You can't keep the Democrats out of the White House forever. And when they get in, I'm back on the streets with all my criminal buddies.
It's a date Red Sox fans know only too well, for it was then when their young slugger's promise came crashing to the ground.
I was on deck when Tony got hit, and I'll tell you, the sound of the ball hitting him, I saw his cheek just blow, just like you're blowing up a balloon.
This, of course, was something that was even more acute because it was Tony C.
Really ruined what could have been a Hall of Fame career.
Losing Tony for the season was a tough blow, but Yaki's club was still in the midst of a pennant race, and their leader managed to be even better in the final month.
We knew if we got somebody on base and Yaz was coming up that he'd deliver, and he did.
Yaz hit .417 with 9 home runs and 26 RBIs in his final 27 games. The Triple Crown was becoming a possibility, and a record number of fans were flocking to Fenway to witness history.
We were in the pennant race and having fun, and the fans were backing us. We were getting people in the ballpark.
There's a whole new generation of fans had grown up that had not experienced a true pennant race.
With the Twins, Tigers, and Red Sox all fighting for the American League pennant, Fenway was the place to be on the final weekend of the season.
Drake Baldwin will lead us off. The first pitch is inside. Cutter misses for a ball. It's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup. Infield back and to the right. The 1-0. High and out of the zone. 2-0. Count. They're flashing over to Snicker in the dugout right now on the Mets cam. Is a 2-0. It says 3-0. Not the dugout, but he's sitting in the stands next to the dugout. Looks like old times. He's starting to nod off, and it's only the third inning. He can barely keep his eyes open. The 3-0. Right down the pipe for a strike. 3-1. Braves 2, Mets 2. Bottom of the third inning. The 3-1 pitch. Swing, and that'll be a lazy fly ball to center. Underneath it is the youngster A.J. Ewing, and there is one away. One down, and Ozzie Albies the batter. Infield back and to the right, outfield deep and straight away. The first pitch inside, busts him back. One and oh. Ozzie struck out his first time up. The 1-0 pitch outside wide, ball 2-2-0. Here's this crazy stat for you. 19-12 on this day. Rube Marquard started off 19-0. National League record, the 2-0. Man, that pitch was off the plate, 2-1. He's calling some humdingers here tonight. The 2-1 count. Ozzie digging in. Kicks and fires. Swing belted. If that thing is fair, it's gone. And zip, boom, bam, to the chop house we go. A solo shot, and your Atlanta Braves. have taken a one-run lead. A scorcher. Towards the chop house.
I'm the Wiz.
I'm the Wiz and nobody beats me.
.386 happy feet. And Atlanta takes a one-run lead. First pitch to Matt Olson is off the plate wide. Sweeper misses. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Swing rips it down the first base line, but foul into the right field corner. 1-1. That ball was smoked. The 1-1 misses high. Cutter high, well over the numbers. 2-1. 2-1 count. Swing, smacks it back foul. Just behind that one. And that'll even it up. Braves 3, Mets 2. Just moments ago, a solo shot by Ozzie Albies. The 2-2. This is well out of the zone. Almost pitch out territory, and it's a full count. The 3-2 to Olson. Payoff pitch. Swing. Bangs it down the line. Foul. The full count to Matty. Trying to make up for that error. I'm sure that's in the back of his mind. The payoff pitch. Swing, punches it back foul, and will do it again. Standing on deck is Dubon. Harris is in the hole. Braves lead by 1. The payoff pitch high and inside, ball 4, and Olson heads to first. Dubon coming to the plate. Righty-righty matchup. The first pitch is inside, misses high. It's 1-0. Braves 3, Mets 2. Bottom of the third inning. If you're just getting in your car or jumping onto our YouTube channel, Braves Country Radio, the 1-0. Misses high, ball 2, 2-0. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors for the New York Metropolitans. 3 runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the Atlanta Braves. Game 1 of a 4-game set, and it looks like they're going to get a quick mound visit on a 2-0 count from Scott. That's his pitching coach, Justin Willard. It's the little things to me, and you look at an organization that's always just never know what the hell they're doing with the Mets. To me, your pitching coach of all people, I can deal with the trainer or one of the back guys, but guy's always going to be out there representing your team. He should be in full uniform just like the manager. And he's going, and Willard's out there in a long sleeve T-shirt. Looks like a bat boy walking out there. So here we go, the 2-0 count. Swings at a bad one above his head. 2-1, fouls it back. You knew Brian Snicker would be at the ballpark this weekend. His son is the hitting coach for the New York Mets, Troy Snicker. The 2-1. Down and away. Ball 3-1. So Olson's already walked, and Dubon's trying to work his way aboard. Standing on deck is Harris. And he hit a 2-run homer his first time up. Scott's in danger of putting Dubon on. The 3-1. Just off the plate, wide, ball 4. Dubon heads to first. Two on, one out. Andy Green is looking down. Told you they would have a short leash on Scott. He's at 63 pitches, and we're with one out in the third inning. There's nobody warming up in the pen, but he just made a motion. I'm assuming that was to Willard to get on the horn, and they just flashed into the Mets bullpen, and a couple of guys are starting to stretch to get loose. So if they can jump on Christian Scott right now, it's going to take them a while to get someone warmed up. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch swinging by Harris. Fouls it straight back. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Brings it. Swing, chopper over towards second. It's going to be a 4-3 put out to away. On the play, the runners at first and second move to second and third, and now a single could score us 2. Once again, there are 2 outs, so you're going to need some kind of a base hit or some kind of a mistake to get the runner home from third. So that'll leave it up to Dominic Smith. It's not really what you call productive out when there's 2 down in that situation, but at least he didn't strike out or hit into a double play. First pitch is right there on the outer edge, called for a strike. It's 0-1. Braves 3, Mets 2. Smith batting .277 on the year. He grounded out to third his first time up. He's got 6 home runs to his credit this season. The 0-1. Slider down and away. 1-1. One count. Swing, chopper off his foot. Might have just missed his foot, but regardless, it's foul. It's 1-2. Smith at 67 pitches. You got to figure best case scenario at this rate, he'd be lucky to get through 5. So the Braves have done a good job of pushing that pitch count on him. The 1-2. Down and away, 2-2. 2-2 count. Scott comes set. Turns and kicks. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Blew it right by him. About eyeball level, and that'll end the inning. He's walked 4, but he's struck out 4. But the big number, he's given up 3. We'll be back in a flash as we go to the 4th here in Braves country.
Afternoon, everybody.
What a day. I use a drink. Nothing like a cold one after a long day, huh?
So, how much do you drink?
I'll say I'm good for about 10 or 12.
10 or 12 a week? That's not bad.
Well, a week.
You drink 10 or 12 beers a day?
You counting beers too?
How reckless of me. I made you all wet.
Yes, but my martini's still dry.
She turned out to be a part-time model and a full-time pickpocket.
Oh, yeah. I've been known to drink a beer or two. But then again, I've been known to do a lot of things.
You drinking anymore?
Oh, me? No, I quit drinking, dude.
You never gonna drink again?
Nope.
You wanna stop at the bar by the Chinese restaurant? Just get a quick shot, me and you, and then we'll go? Yeah, the bar they got in the back.
Oh, the Chinese bar? Okay. What's shaking?
All 4 cheeks and a couple of chins.
I thought you said they didn't have alcohol.
Run back to your mix master. Cook up a few more of these.
Cigarette?
No, I never touch them.
Yeah. I suck them down like Coca-Cola.
I expose people to magic. I expose them to something they're never otherwise going to see in their boring, normal lives. And I gave that to them. I may forget about them tomorrow, but they'll live with that memory for the rest of their lives. And that's a gift, man.
One of the women said that she was afraid she might OD.
I thought that was a limit drop. I didn't think it was tequila.
What's that got to do with me?
You and me are going to have a small talk later on.
I'll be busy thinking of things to say.
Doesn't your wife ever complain that you never spend any time with her?
Would you?
Could you keep it down to a low roar? Some of us have to work.
Put that money down, pal.
Yeah, I'll be ready.
There goes the 2 weeks at camp. I promised the kids this summer.
My birthday, give me a beer, stick a candle in it, and I'll blow out my liver.
Here's to feeling good all the time.
Perfect. Cheers.
Cheers.
This crowd's back into it now.
By God, let's shut them down here and get some more of this lead that we've been looking at here. The Atlanta Braves lead this game 3-2, and Grant Holmes goes back to work. First pitch up top for a strike to Carson Benj. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing lifts it into center field. Drifting over, making the catch is Money Mike. The Hawk retires Carson Benj, and there's one away. Jacob Young, the batter. First pitch is down below the knee. Jared Young, excuse me. I was thinking about the kid that plays for Washington. Jared Young, the batter, takes the first pitch, slider down below the knees. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Fires it straight back. It's 1-1. It's gone curveball, four-seamer to start the at-bat. One pitch. Down and away, 2-1. The 2-1. Lifted out towards left field. Dubon barely has to move. He'll make the catch, and there's quickly 2 down here in the 4th. You'd love to see Grant Holmes go 5, even 6. Take some relief off that bullpen. Atlanta Braves today, if you missed the news that we posted on the channel, signed Andrew McCutchen to a minor league deal. I would tend to think the conversation is he's going to be up sooner than later. He didn't sign a minor league deal, just hang out in Gwinnett for the next several days. And he was at the complex today in Atlanta, so we'll see how they work that out. The 0-1 is a curveball in the dirt to Francisco Alvarez. It's 1-1. One count. Kicks and fires. Swing, chopper. Down the line, foul. The 1-2 to Alvarez. Hits it hard on the ground in between third and short, and it's a 2-out single for the Mets. So a 2-out single bring Brett Beatty to the plate. First pitch upstairs. Called for a strike. It's 0-1. Danny Young was also added to the Braves bullpen. As they sent Ian Hamilton packing, the 0-1 pitch swing. Sliced it down the left field line, just tucked inside the line, and that's going to be a fair ball, and both runners will be safe. Second and third and 2 outs. Alvarez slow getting around. Normally a catcher does not run well at all. They almost got him. Dubon almost picked him off down there at third, but he is safe, and it's second and third. 2 outs. Braves leading by 1. If that throw was on the money, he probably gets him. Riley had to leap a little bit. So Torrens, the number 9 hitter, comes to the plate now. They'll at least clear him, if nothing else. First pitch is a slider right there. Down and away for a strike. It's 0-1. All this has happened with 2 outs. Braves lead it 3-2. Need one more out to get out of this mess. Grant Holmes goes back to work. The 0-1 in the dirt. Good block by the Drake. 1-1. 1-1 count. So what Danny Young gives us, he gives us another left-hander out of the bullpen. He's been working his way back from injury to start the year. Now he's, once again, I've talked about him in the past, but he's not someone who's going to be lights out. Is the 1-1 right there for a strike, 1-2. But he is a guy that you would consider front of the bullpen type. He's got a lifetime ERA of 4.6, so think of basically an Aaron Bummer type with a little better stuff. But he does give you depth on games that get out of hand one way or the other. The 1-2. Chops it foul off the plate. He's been in the major league since 2022. In fact, the Braves had him very briefly in 22. He pitched 2 2/3. Started his career with Seattle that year. And then he came back to the Braves in 23 and pitched 8 innings before he went to the Mets in 24. The 1-2. Bangs it down the line, foul. Will do it again. He was with the Mets in 24 and 25 and signed with the Braves in the offseason. Kind of a late bloomer, 32-year-old. He's not a high leverage guy, though, at all. The 1-2 pitch. Inside high, 2-2. 2-2 count. Deuces wild. 2 on, 2 out. A 2-2 count. Braves lead at 3-2 in the top of the 4th. Grant Holmes comes set. Brings it. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Gets out of the jam.
I play sports. Not trying to be the
we'll
best
be back in a flash here in Braves country.
I'm the man who has the ball, so that is why I am
Need
better
some insurance.
than
Bottom of the 4th we go.
Hi, we're up in the mountains and we need to be rescued. We're in between like 5 mountains with trees everywhere.
I came across this post and I thought it was interesting. Miami users spent $17.5 million on OnlyFans, placing the city at number 3 worldwide per capita. That's a lot of money to spend on people's naked pictures and videos and whatever else they're doing on that website. Here's some other statistics broken down by country. Mexico spent $291 million. Canada spent $355 million. Italy matched Canada at $355 million. And then we do a pretty big leap with the United Kingdom coming in at $531 million spent on OnlyFans. And if you thought that was impressive, the United States said, hold my beer. Apparently, the land of the free and home of the brave spent $2.64 billion on OnlyFans subscriptions in 2025.
Anybody on there surprise you, by numbers?
Well, Gaylord, he wasn't really a strikeout pitcher, but he pitched so long.
Surprised Bob Gibson didn't have more.
Mm-hmm.
The Baseball Hall of Fame is probably the most difficult sports club to enter. You think about the total number of people who've ever put on a Major League uniform, it's literally 1%, the best of the best, that end up here with their plaque on the wall in Cooperstown.
A fierce competitor and one of baseball's most intimidating figures. On the pitching mound, for 4 decades, his overpowering fastball and unappealing longevity produced 324 unparalleled longevities.
You want to start over?
No, that's great. That's great.
The BCR, home for pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play, the greatest game that's ever been devised. Austin Riley leads us off. He fires the first pitch from Scott, is fouled straight back. To the backstop, it's 0-1. Braves lead it 3-2. Bottom of the 4th inning. The 0-1 swing. Chops it down the line into the third base dugout of the New York Mets. 0-2. Infield back into the left, outfield deep and straight away. The 0-2 pitch. Outside wide, 1-2. 1-2 count. Stremski standing on deck. Kicks and fires, swing and a miss, strike 3. Blew it right by him. 1 away. 5 strikeouts for Christian Scott. I believe that was his line in the desert. I believe it was 4.5. And I think Grant Holmes was in that neighborhood too, but he's only at 2 tonight so far. He does have a lead and just given up the 1 earned run. First pitch upstairs for a strike to Mike Yastrzemski. It's 0-1. He's going to have a battle this next inning because he's going to be facing the top of the order at the Mets. That'll be the 3rd time through, and that's when Grant Holmes has really struggled as the 0-1, well off the plate. No challenge by the Yaz. 0-2. The 0-2 count. It's Christian Scott. Goes back to work, brings it. Swing, hammer down the right field line, foul. We'll do it again. Appreciate the kind words, Human BV. The 0-2 pitch, punches it down the third base line. It's foul, and we'll do that again. Standing on deck is Mateo with 1 out. The 0-2 pitch, upstairs, 1-2, just missed. You wonder how they'll play this out, because they brought Jim Jarvis up, and you think he's going to get most of the starts at short versus right-handers. The 1-2 swing and a miss upstairs, strike 3, 1 away. But Mateo got the start immediately after his first game last night. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do there, because are they finally going to kick Hassan Kim free? Righty-righty matchup as Mateo takes the pitch outside, well wide. I guess they're saying he went around. That's a strange call. It's 0-1. I'm telling you, Malachi Moore behind the plate in the third base, Lance Barrett, they got dinner plans tonight somewhere. The 0-1 swing and a miss. It's 0-2. 0-2 count. Scott brings it and delivers. Swing and a miss, kind of flailed at that one. Strike three, well behind that one. Either A, he was sitting on something soft, or he was still frustrated by that first strike, and he's arguing with more as he leaves the field. We go to the top of the fifth. Leading by one here in Braves country.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
The faces from the past. You've walked past them many times. I don't think you've really looked at them. Go on, lean in. If you listen real close, you can hear them whisper their legacy to you. Listen, you hear it? Seize the day, boys.
Hello.
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows.
She did not drink the vodka. Because I drank the vodka.
Objection!
Please be seated, sir. This is not a courtroom.
Well, I object anyway!
October 11th. October 11th, October 12th, and 13th, and 14th. I drank all of those days. I drank. I'm drunk now.
I'd rather fight beside you than any army of thousands.
Then take it! It's yours!
Tonight, we are the greatest team in the world. And you were meant to be here tonight. This is your time. Their time is done. It's over. Screw them.
Guys tired?
Go get all the sleep I need and I'm dead.
Forget about the crowds, their fancy uniforms, and remember what got you here. Focus on the fundamentals. We've gone over time and time again.
You damn dirty son of a...
I wouldn't make it a habit calling me that, son.
I want you to remember that no bastard ever won it by dying. You won it by making the other poor dumb bastard die.
Well, that was pleasant. Nice of him to stop by, don't you think?
And shepherds we shall be, for thee, my lord, for thee. Power hath descended forth from thy hand, swiftly carry out thy command.
And this crowd's back into it now.
We gotta do something. Absolutely. You know what we gotta do? Toga party.
We can't afford to have a toga party.
Toga! 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 Toga!
Okay? All right! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let me hear it! Let me hear it! Let me hear it!
Grant Holmes goes back to work as we start at the top of the fifth inning. First pitch swinging, lifts it high and deep. A.J. Ewing nails it all the way back to the back of the warning track, making the catch out there for a long out. Number one is Michael Harris. 75% of this world is covered by water. The rest by Michael the Hawk Harris. One away. A.J. Minter's warming up in the pen for the New York Mets. Benedict Arnold. Juan Soto, the batter. First pitch is a slider right there on the inner cut. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Right there on the outer edge. 0-2. So I've got a routine with that, with those monsters I'm talking about. There's a certain package that I get. In certain games, I drink certain ones, and they've been out. So I've been substituting, but I'm telling you, that's right when this slump started. Is the 0-2 in the dirt, 1 and 2. So comes back next week. Hopefully that'll put a charge into the Braves for the second half. 1-2 count. It seems silly, but I started in 21, and I've never stopped. As the 1-2 pitch, chopper over towards second, and Ozzy's got it, flips it to first. 2 down. Argentina has a 1-goal lead in extra time. Looks like there's about 5 minutes left in that, not counting whatever they tack on. Dylan Dodd is warming up in the pen for the Atlanta Braves as Grant Holmes is at 77 pitches. The 0-1 pitch right there for a strike. It's to Bo Bichette to get it started. Righty, the 0-1 pitch swings, slices it towards right, and that's just going to find fair territory. Backhanded by Yaz, he'll keep Bo Bichette to just a single with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Three to 2 your score. Atlanta leads the Mets. Hefner's going out there to talk to Grant Holmes. I still say Hef needs a robe and a pipe when he goes out there to talk to the pitchers. Braves 3, Mets 2. Grant Holmes at 80 pitches, or about to throw his 80th pitch, as Lindor's coming to the plate. 79 exactly right now. So this is probably his last inning no matter what. You can just tell by the way they've got Dodd working as the first pitch is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. If he can get through this inning without giving up a run, he'll be in line for a win if the lead holds, excuse me. The 0-1 outside wide, Cutter misses 1-1. 1-1 count. Happy 250 to all of y'all in Braves country throughout these great United States. The 1-1 pitch swing rattles it off the glove of Olsen. That ball was smoked, but a good carom grabbed by Ozzie, flips it back to Olsen. That'll end the inning. That wouldn't have been an error, but you can tell it still is upsetting Olsen. We'll be back in a flash. The Braves lead it 3-2. Baldwin leads us off when we return.
If you don't leave the TV on for your dog when you're not home, you.
You can't run around like a footless chicken.
Headless chicken, Your Majesty.
No. How's a chicken supposed to run around without a head?
How's it run around without feet?
I'm not the chicken. Why are you asking me all this question?
They have the top U.S. cities for OnlyFans spending per capita also. In Minneapolis, they spent about $337,000 per capita. Washington, D.C. was $353,000. Miami was $375,000. Orlando was $466,000. And Atlanta was number 1 at $525,000. Don't you just love statistics? Also, I noticed New York wasn't on this list. That's because in New York, we're fiscally responsible. We know to wait until the end of the month when that subscription goes on sale.
Say, don't let me be the one to tell you, YOLO, you only live once. Swing on the man. Swing!
His overpowering fastball and unparalleled longevity produced 324 victories and a host of major league records.
Lifetime benchmarks include 5,714 strikeouts.
I'm second to him in strikeouts, and he's got 1,000 more strikeouts than me.
Congratulations, Nolan, and welcome to Cooperstown.
Thank you. Thank you. This is indeed a special day, and I'm privileged to be here. It took me a while to realize what a gift that I'd been given. And when I finally did, I dedicated myself to be the best pitcher I possibly could be for as long as I possibly could be.
Benedict Arnold himself, AJ Minter, coming on to face the top of the order. First pitch is upstairs, misses high to Drake Baldwin. It's 1-0. Lefty-lefty matchup. The 1-0. Swing, rips it up the middle, but right into the teeth of the defense. They were playing Drake to pull, and the one hopper into the glove of Lindor flips it to first, 1 away. One up, one down. Ozzie Albies the batter. First pitch high and inside. Busts him back, four-seamer. It's 1-0. Matt Olson on deck. The 1-0 to the Wiz. Swing, rifles it down the third base line, but right at Bichette. It's going to be a 5-3 put out, 2 down. 2 hard hit balls here against A.J. Minter, but both of them going to look like routine outs in the scorecard. Matt Olson standing in now with Dubon on deck. First pitch. Down below the knees. Check swing. Takes it for a ball. It's 1-0. If he gets a really quick inning, they may even send Minter back out there for the 6th because you would have Harrison Smith do up. The 1-0 outside wide. Ball 2-0. 2-0 count. Brings it. Swing and a miss. Cutter over the top. 2-1. All 3 of these pitches have been off the outer edge. As Olson steps out of the box for the second. A.J. Minter off the rubber. Lefty, lefty, 2 outs. Infield back and to the right. Outfield deep and straight away, shaded a little to the right, the 2-1 pitch. Right there on the outer edge. Just kissed the black. It's 2-2. It's again that game on Sunday. Early start. We'll come on the air about 12:15. The game is at 12:35. The 2-2 count. Braves lead by 1. I'd like to start getting some insurance here, not put so much pressure on that bullpen. The 2-2. Swing belted. High and deep. Get up, get up, get up. Zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam-a-ding-dong. A solo shot.
Hello from Plank Road Field. Smooth as it gets.
Ice House. Always smooth, never watered down.
We must win today. Losing is not an option.
Good God Almighty, there's some witchcraft there. He smacked that well over the track heading towards the chop house. 429 happy feet later, and your Atlanta Braves lead it 4-2. Mauricio Dubon will take the first pitch right down the pipe on the outer edge. Called for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and grips. Cutter misses high. That'll leave it up at 1-1. They were shooting down and away, and that ball was about belt high. And the moment he hit it, A.J. Minter skipped off the mound in disgust. He knew you can't do that to Olson. The 1-1 misses high and out of the zone, 2-1. You may be able to get away with that with some, but Matt Olson's usually going to make you pay. The 2-1 count. Just grabs the top of the zone, 2-2. He's in the dugout talking right now after hitting that home run. I guarantee you what's going through his mind. He may not be saying it. They're congratulating him on that home run, and all he's thinking is, that damn error. The 2-2. Bangs it back straight behind home plate. Braves 4, Mets 2. Minter brings it. Swing. Ropes it down the third base line past the dugout. Foul. Tommy Watkins had to jump out of the way there. He's getting a laugh about it for some. Not sure what happened there. Didn't see the whole thing. The 2-2. Dubon. Outside wide. Four-seamer misses altogether, and it's a full count. Minter has now thrown 17 pitches, so he probably won't come out for the next inning. If they do, you won't see him for a couple of days. You normally wouldn't do that when you're this early in the game and trailing. The payoff pitch, Dubon. They set up inside and brings it. Swing, lifts it high and deep into left field, going back on the track, making the running catch out there is Juan Soto for out number 3. We almost went shopping in the Gap on a Friday night, but we'll take the visit to the Chop House. Top of the 6th we go. 4-2 your score here in Atlanta. Out-of-town scoreboard looks like this. They're in Washington, D.C., and the Nationals lead the Pirates 5-1 in the bottom of the 7th. New York Yankees in the Bronx are knotted up with the Twins 1-1 in the 3rd. They got a late start there because of weather. Orioles 3, Reds 0, bottom of the 6th. Braves lead the Mets here in Atlanta 4-2. We're heading to the top of the 6th. Rockies have jumped out over the Giants 5-0 in the 2nd in Denver, Colorado. They're in Houston, Texas, and the Astros 0-0 with the Tampa Bay Rays in the 3rd. White Sox and Guardians are still delayed, waiting on the start on that one. Red Sox and Angels, 9:38 first pitch in Los Angeles. And the Marlins and Athletics will follow that up at 9:40. Brewers and Diamondbacks 9:45. Ton of games out west today. Blue Jays will be at the Mariners 10:10 first pitch. Padres continue their series with the Dodgers at 10:10. And earlier today, 17-1, the Cardinals pounded the Cubs in Wrigley. And that's your out-of-town scoreboard here for Friday, July 3rd, Major League Baseball.
Coming up, point spread, coming up, point spread, coming up, point spread, coming up, point spread.
Dylan Dodd coming on for Grant Holmes, so his night is through. The left-hander fires the first pitch, sinker, high over the plate. It's 1-0. Lefty-lefty matchup. Carson Benj, 0 for 2 on the day. A line out and a fly out in the 2nd and the 4th, the 1-0. Upstairs, just grabs the up top strike. It's 1-1. Grant Holmes finishes with 5 innings, 1 run, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and 5 hits. In line for the win if this score holds. The 1-1 pitch, swing, pops it up. Can of corn over by third base. Austin Riley's underneath it, and there's one away. One up, one down. And Jared Young comes to the plate. The first baseman, 0 for 2 on the day, batting .224. 6 home runs on the season. First pitch, swing and a miss. Sinker right by him, top shelf tequila. It's 0-1. The 0-1. I guess so, James. I don't know. I'm not my brother's keeper. I don't pay attention to everybody's social and work schedule. The 0-1 pitch. Misses high, 1-1. Usually, though. One count. I haven't seen someone in a few days, and you might hear me ask about them, but other than that, the 1-1 misses outside wide, 2-1. Argentina did win that game against Cape Verde, so they move on. The 2-1 pitch, swing, fouls straight back, 2-2. On deck is Alvarez, Beatty in the hole. The 2-2. Misses off the plate. 3-2. For you football fans, got some news on the show today. On the football show that we do is the payoff pitch, swing, rattles it back, foul. We'll do it again. Armchair Quarterback Show is coming back this year, but it's going to be at a new day, new time. It's going to come on Fridays before first pitch. 6 p.m. Eastern. First show will be August 28th, heading into week 0 of college football. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with that cutter. Good pitch. 2 down. Two up, 2 down. Lefty, righty. Alvarez, the batter. First pitch is a swing and a miss over the cutter down below. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss over the top. It's 0-2. The 0-2 count. So it's going to come on here live, and then if you miss it, we're going to have it drop on Saturday mornings as well on the Armchair Quarterback YouTube channel. As the pitch down and in, 1-2. 1-2 count. Swing chopper off the foot of Dylan Dodd, scooped up by Riley, fires it to first, and though Alvarez does not run well, he did have time to beat that one out. Make sure Dodd's okay. Got him right near the heel. As Malachi Moore going out there to check on him, the home plate umpire doing the friendly umpire. Oh no, not his heel. Went off his calf. On his, is that his left? Yeah, it's his left leg. So his plant leg. And hopefully that doesn't turn into some nonsense. They're out there checking on him right now. They'll give him a couple warm-up tosses. Yeah, it'll be on Armchair Quarterback Radio on the replay on Sundays. Saturdays. And what it is for people who haven't caught it before, it's going to be a condensed version this year. We're doing a shorter version, about a half hour or so, but we're doing all we do is talk the point spreads and games of the weekend kind of thing. We don't get into the nonsense that some of the others get into as far as storylines. And all we care about is who's winning and who's losing, who's covering the spread. Lefty-lefty matchup. Brett Beatty, the batter. First pitch, swing and a miss. Fires a sinker up around his eyeballs. It's 0-1. Good to see you, Fred. The 0-1. Punches it down the line. 0-2. Yeah, Garrett, luckily that wasn't his shin. That was his calf. The 0-2. Misses high, 1-2. 1-2 count. Lefty, lefty. Top of the sixth. The pitch from Dodd. Swing, laces it towards short. Backhanded by Jorge Mateo. Spins, fires, and what a play by Jorge! Hip, hip, Jorge! We go to the bottom of the sixth. Snow coned it and fired a perfect P to Matt Olson.
Once I get drunk and I start looking around and I say, I don't know why people can't say excuse me. Take me home. Take me home or I'm going to end the night in jail, please.
Guess the word.
Okay.
Every successful manager is a great what?
Liar.
Leader.
Oh.
Employees release stress through what?
Alcohol.
Adventure.
Oh.
People having what enjoys work from office?
Affair.
Ambition.
Oh.
Appraisals are based on what?
Politics.
Performance.
Oh.
Every job teaches you about what?
Determination.
Depression.
Oh.
So I don't want no more of your racial jokes around here because I can't stand people who are always knocking minorities.
You better get down here. I can't stand being with this guy alone.
For reckless discharge of a firearm causing injury, this court sentences you to 4 months in county jail. Any words, miss?
He was hollering at me and I was hollering back, and the gun just popped on its own on accident. It wasn't that bad. He limping, not dying.
Well, I have 2 books here. We list alphabetically the strikeouts. From Hank Aaron, who he struck out 4 times, to Paul Zavella, who he struck out once. Claudel Washington sits at the top at 39, and he struck out 61 players 15 or more times, 27 Hall of Famers, 7 father and son combinations, brothers, the 3 Alous, Felipe, Jesus, Matty Alou, Joe and Phil Necro, and Cal and Bill Ripken. Just, Hall of Famers just all over the map.
My brother Billy and I would laugh. We're on his list. I faced him when they said he didn't throw hard. So he was throwing as hard as anybody in the league.
Four to 2 your score. Good, guys, as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Michael Harris will lead us off. Kodai Senga coming out of the pen. Try to spell some innings for the New York Mets. Oh, the mighty have fallen with him. He was one of their frontline starters just a few years ago. First pitch from Senga is right there on the outer edge for a strike. It's 0-1. It all started, by the way, this season, 32 innings and a 9.09 ERA. Talk about someone that you're stuck with that you don't want to DFA as the 0-1. Swing and a miss at the pitch in the dirt. It's 0-2. Maybe we could trade Hassan Kim for Kodai Senga. We just take on each other's headaches. The 0-2 count. But it all began on that bad throw from Pete Alonso, underhanded. He pitched it to Senga covering the bag. Senga came down, hurt his hamstring, and he's never been the same. The 0-2. Punches the fork ball foul. Out of play. That pitch is nicknamed the Ghost Fork because when he first came up and he was pitching, the pitch would just disappear. The 0-2 pitch in the dirt, 1-2. Now it's more like a roast fork. Every time he throws it, he gets roasted somewhere. 2023, he went 12-7 with a 2.98 ERA in 166 innings. Then the injury bug came in 2024. This is the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Harris chasing that fork in the road, and there's one away. 2025, he threw 113 innings, and had a 3.02 ERA overall, but this year it's just been brutal. First pitch to Dominic Smith is off the plate wide for a ball. It's 1-0. In the month of June, 1-0. Down below the knees, 1-1. Or 2-0, excuse me. 2-0 count. Dominic Smith 0 for 2 on the day with his ground out and a strikeout. Brings it. Swing chopper. Over to first should be an easy play. Underhanded to Senga. He'll make the grab, touch the bag. 2 down. He had a 11.57 ERA in the month of April. Then he went back to the IL, and in the month of June he came in and threw 12 2/3 innings, gave up 13 runs. So they're trying to figure out a way to get him right. But when he came back from that IL stint, when Alonso underhanded that bad dish to him as the first pitch is at the knees, it's 0-1. So he pitched going into that IL stint. He had an ERA in April of 1.26, 1.89 in May is the 0-1. Down and away, misses 2-1. His ERA in June, just before the injury, 0.77. He'd gone 11 innings, only given up 1 run. And then the injury happened, the underhanded. When he came back in July, his ERA was north of 5. In August, north of 6, and then they shut him down. The 1-1, out and away, 2-1. 2-1 count, and then, of course, we've already gone over what he's gone through this year. 6'1", 202-pounder. Out of Japan is the 2-1 pitch. Swing, rifles it foul, 97 miles an hour. Into the seats. Do it again. And it's another situation just like Ha-Seong Kim where the front office just doesn't want to give up on a guy because they've invested so many dollars. 2-2 in the dirt, full count. Standing on deck is Jastrzemski. The payoff pitch to Riley. Swing, pop up. Going into center field. Underneath it is Carson Benj, and that'll end the inning. We'll go to the top of the 7th. 4-2 your score. Good guys here in Braves country.
Not a single person with diarrhea has the strength to open a packet of Imodium. Fix the damn packaging.
My stuttering uncle passed away in prison. That never finished his sentence.
I have a fear of the word which is spelt A-A-G-H exclamation mark. That word. Why don't you tell me a bit about yourselves? Starting with you.
Hi everyone, my name's Jim, and I have a fear of apologies.
Sorry? Oh, apologies.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm a grown man, but call my wife, because I don't know nothing. Don't ask me silly life questions.
Somebody looked at me today, you know what I mean? I only see them at work. They saw me outside of work and said, damn, you ugly as hell without your safety glasses. Boy, I laughed, but I was hurt. I was hurt, man, because they called me off guard. Like, damn, what? Can I get a what up, bruh? You went straight to an insult. I ain't got no joke for that, man. My feelings is tore apart. You don't go for that right away, bro. You don't just call me ugly. You don't know what I deal with. You don't know what I've been through in life, man. I could have just barely been making it. You just gonna call me ugly? It's your first time seeing me outside the workplace. Tight, man, that's it hurt, man. It hurt real, and I don't even think I'm that ugly. You know what I mean? Never mind, bro.
For Nolan to pitch 27 years in the major leagues, it takes so much work behind the scenes, ups and downs inside your mind and your heart and your body to go out there and do it time and time again.
I'd like to say thank you to the guys that I faced over my career, I can honestly say that I'm enjoying seeing them now more than I ever have, and I really didn't particularly care for them when they had their uniforms on.
First time I really got to know Nolan was when we both went in the Hall of Fame that year. And guess what? I was still intimidated. I didn't have to face him. I was nervous being around him.
Welcome back. Uh-oh, here we go. Danny Young's coming in, the left-hander. Fires the first pitch inside for a strike. It's 0-1. Lefty-righty matchup. Torrens the batter. The 0-1. Down and away, 1-1. Buckle up, boys and girls. We're far from through this one. You would think if this plays out, we can keep the lead as the 1-1 outside wide. 2-1. This would set us up for Diddy in the 8th and Iglesias in the 9th. We've got to get there first. The 2-1 pitch. Swing chopper over to third. Riley's got it, flips it to first, 5-3. One away. And of course, it was the 7th inning last night where all hell broke loose. So hopefully Lightning won't strike twice. Like I said, Young's one of those guys. I mean, he's in that role, that bummer type role. Basically, he's a guy that you can use in the front. But if you're needing to give Dylan Lee a night off, he's your left-hander you're going to go to, as opposed to putting a right-hander in like a Karinchak or whatnot out there. First pitch is right there for a strike. Good pitch there on the intercut. It's 0-1. The 0-1. He doesn't have blow-you-away stuff, but he's got decent stuff. The 0-1 pitch. Bender down and away. 1-1. Standing on deck is Soto. Tyrone Taylor batting for Ewing. So the main reason he was brought on was to face Ewing and to face Soto. But Ewing's being pinch hit for, obviously. The 1-1 pitch swing. Chopper over to short. Mateo, high throw. Good stretch by Olsen. Will make it a 6-3, and there's 2 down. Thanks chipping in there, Scarlett. Lefty-lefty matchup. Juan Soto to the plate, 2 outs. The first pitch on the way. Just grabs the outer edge. It's 0-1. Soto clocked one over the left field wall to put the Mets on the board earlier. A 2-run home run. That only runs of the night so far. The 0-1 inside and down, 1-1. That ball was slicing foul too, in case you're just following it on radio. It just missed going foul, but it sneaked over the left field wall, and it was good for 2. The 1-1 down and away, 2-1. 2-1 count, and Bo Bichette stands on deck. You do wonder, if he comes to the plate representing the tying run, do you leave Young out there or do you go get him? The 2-1. Misses down and away. Ball 3-1. 3-1 count. And called for a strike, a wide strike. Full count. He is going to challenge it. It's really close. I think he's probably going to win this one, but it's extremely close. See where it crossed the plate. Man, it just missed. 0.2 inches, if that. And it'll be a walk for the Mets, and they got runners on first. There are 2 outs, and the right-handed bat of Bo Bichette coming to the plate. You wonder if that might be curtains for Young. He's got that look. Yep, here comes Walt Weiss. We'll head to a quick break. Right-hander coming out of the pit. They're going to bring Diddy in now. Okay, we'll be back in a flash. Big spot here for your Atlanta Braves, leading by 2. Welcome back. First pitch on the way from Didier Fuentes. We got the emoji in the chat for you country club members. Is a 4-seam fastball inside for a ball. It's 1-0. Righty-righty matchup. And the 97-mile-an-hour pitch, the 1-0. Just misses up top. They call that a strike, excuse me. He's challenging it, and he's going to get that one correct. That ball was well high out of the zone. It's so high it doesn't even register, it looks like. Yeah, 3 inches high. The 2-0 count. Diddy brings it inside. 3-0. So he is struggling coming out of the pen here. Look at what else they have left in the bullpen to get through this ball game. Is the 3-0 pitch upstairs for a strike, 3-1. Technically have Tyler Kinley, but he was a disaster last night, so you wonder if they'll give him a day off to reset or throw him right back out there. Molina was called up, so he is available, a right-hander. The 3-1 pitch, swing, lifts it down the line. Foul, just out of reach of Yaz, giving chase into the corner. And it's a full count, which means the runner at first will be on the move with 2 outs. So essentially you've got Molina, Kinley, and Iglesias, because it feels like Dylan Lee they were saving, but we'll see how that happens. If they use Dylan tonight, he would definitely be shut down for a couple of days. The payoff pitch. Swing, chopper over to first. Olsen will grab it, and that'll end the inning. So the Braves get out of that unscathed, leading by 2. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Time to get up and stretch here in Braves country. Welcome back. First pitch swatted back foul by the Yaz. It's 0-1. Good to see you, Lung. The 0-1 righty-lefty matchup. Senga is back out there for another inning of work. So we'll see how that plays out for Kodai. The 0-1 pitch down and away. Fork ball misses. The ghost fork in the dirt. It's 1-1. Mike Yastrzemski 0 for 2 on the night with 2 strikeouts. The 0-1 pitch down and away. 2-1. You could have Diddy pitching next inning as well, and typically if they do that, they won't use him Saturday, and they may or may not use him Sunday. It depends on how they want to play that. They've been very protective over Diddy, and rightfully so, as the 2-1 outside. Ball 3-1. 3-1 count. Got to figure he's going to be sitting dead red here. He's set up on the inside. The 3-1 pitch. Swing, chopper. Bangs it over towards first. Yaz busted it down the line, but he'll be out by about a step or so, and there's one down. One up, one down, and Jorge Mateo. Oh for 2 on the day, batting .254. He's got a fly out and a strikeout. Braves lead at 4-2. 4 runs, 3 hits, 1 error. Mets 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors. The first pitch swinging, and that ball is just foul down the third base line. My God, was that close. Watkins thinks it was fair. He's arguing with the third base umpire right now, Lance Barrett. Lance Barrett's blown a couple of check swings today already. Let's see where this ball goes. Oh, that hit the freaking chalk. How the hell is that not fair? My God. That guy. The ball goes over the bag and smacks the chalk. You can see the chalk come up. And he's trying to argue with Tony Watkins that it was foul when it get. No, if the ball hits the chalk, you got to call it fair. Don't try to give us some drone advice. Explanation. Well, if you look at it a certain way, the 0-1 pitch down and away, fork ball in the dirt, 1-1. You can see the mark that it left too. They just did a close-up on the Braves vision. The Mets broadcast team is agreeing as well. You can see here. What a 1-1 count. Swing and a miss. 1-2. On deck, the top of the order, Drake Baldwin. He's 0 for 3 on the day, and he's going through it. But I guess it looks like they're just going to stick with them with the right-handers. When a right-hander's on the mound, they're going to have Drake at the top of the order and wait for him to come out of it. The 1-2. Good Lord, swing and a miss. Sweeper in the dirt into the left-hander's batter's box. And there's 2 down. But that's a kind of deal right there. Mateo gets that ball fair. It's going to be extra bases, number 1. And that can give him some confidence going forward. Instead, he ends up with a strikeout, but you can't look at that replay and come up with any other conclusion except for the fact that he blew the call. First pitch is outside wide. Sweeper in the dirt to the Drake. It's 1-0. 1-0. Sweeper right there. Just grabbed the edge, I guess. 1-1. That was close. 1-1 count. Sweeper grabs the bottom of the zone. 1-2. It's tough enough when you got Malachi Moore behind the plate, but then you got Lance Barrett out there. You basically need to sing eye dog down that third base line. The 1-2 pitch, swing, rolls it towards the first base dugout. Chased that fork ball in the dirt, but got a piece of it. They're calling that the cutter on the screens if you're watching on TV, but that is his fork ball. The 1-2. They set up wide. High and out of the zone. 2-2. Standing on deck is Ozzie. He has hit a home run if you're just joining us. Matt Olson has also hit a home run. He is in the hole. To keep the line moving, Michael Harris hit a home run. He's batting 5th. The 2-2 upstairs, and they're going to say that hit the top of the zone. Strike 3. Probably a strike, not worth challenging it. We'll go to the top of the 8th, leading by 2. Lindor leads off the Metropolitans when we return.
106 miles from Chicago. Got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
I have come here to chew bubble gum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubble gum.
It's happy hour.
When wins become losses and losses become wins.
You guys going to happy hour? I'll come for a couple. Just a couple, though. Not like last time.
I need a drink.
When buying a beer, buying only one beer can cause a misalignment in your spine due to the uneven weight distribution. This can cause unnecessary back pain and potential spine issues. To prevent this, carry 2 beers, ensuring your body is balanced and proper health maintained.
Afternoon, everybody.
Put my pants on, one leg at a time.
Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the Intercontinental Radio News.
You're in Braves country.
Everybody drink a beer.
They're making it laws where you can't drink when you want to.
This stinks!
Pretty soon we're going to be calling this country.
This is total BS!
Oh, yeah? I mean, the Lord. You gotta understand it. We're on a mission from God.
I'm on the radio every day!
If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to kill me!
And you, music lover, you're next.
You're so drunk you can't hit nothing. In fact, you're probably seeing double.
I have 2 guns, one for each of you.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way is a strike right down the pipe to Francisco Lindor. It is Diddy once again on the bump. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Four-seam fastball, 97 miles an hour, 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Braves lead it by 2, 4-2. We're in the top of the 8th, trying to bridge it to Iglesias. The 0-2 pitch, punches it back foul. We'll do it again. Even with the 4 runs, the offense has not really clicked tonight. You're only talking about 3 base hits for the Braves. And all three of those base hits have been home runs. The 0-2 pitch, high and out of the zone, 1-2. The walk issued to Dubon right before Harris hit his first home run is where the fourth run came from. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and it's strike three. Now that's excusing away the blown call by Lance Barrett, the third base umpire, that should have been an extra bases for Mateo, but even still, that will only be 4 hits on the night. Diddy Fuentes now set to face the youngster Carson Bench. So this is future man versus future man. First pitch is a slider, kisses the black on the outer edge. It's 0-1. Yeah, that was a filthy pitch. Who was it that said that? The 0-1, check swing. Did he go around? He did. 0-2. The 0-2 count. Lifts it into left field. That's down for a base hit. And it's a 1-out single for the Mets, bringing the tying runner to the plate. It's kind of a weak-hitted flare, but over the infield defense and in front of Dubon out there. And he is a threat to steal, so we'll keep an eye on him. First pitch is down and in. For a ball, it's 1-0. Left-handed batter Jared Young, who has 6 home runs on the year. .222 average. 1-0. Swing, pop-up. Into left, Dubon closing in on it. He'll make the catch, and it's an F7. 2 down. Braves 1 out away from getting to Raziel Iglesias in the 9th with the lead. And if we could get some kind of a insurance in the bottom of the 8th, we may not even have to use eyeglasses. He's not exactly been overused as it is. The first pitch is outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. Righty-righty matchup. Fuentes be 18 pitches with an up-down. The 1-0. Right down the pipe, 97 miles an hour, 1-1. 1-1 count. Did he come set? Swing and a miss. Over the slider, 1-2. Braves 4, Mets 2, top of the 8th inning. Infield back into the left. 1 on, 2 outs. The 1-2. Slider misses outside. Evens up the count. It's 2-2. The 2-2. Slider in the dirt, ball 3-3-2. So now the runner's going to be on the move. On deck is Beatty. The payoff pitch. Runner goes, swing, and in and out of the glove of Drake Baldwin. It'll be a foul tip, drop strike. My word. If he holds on to that, it's going to end the inning. Alvarez was confused as he was starting to argue with Malachi Moore. Moore was like, no, you're right. It was a foul tip. He was walking back and forth, pacing back and forth. The payoff pitch, runner goes, swing chopper over to short. Mateo's got it, plenty of time, flips it to Olsen, and that'll end the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th, looking for some insurance here in Braves country, leading 4-2.
I love when my friends who know I'm an introvert are like, why aren't you coming out with us? Because I'm stopping me from ruining your evening. That's why. I gotta be honest, I thought this was out. Dinner and drinks. I'm shocked I made it this far. I gotta drive home at the speed limit in silence because this overwhelmed me. You don't want me out right now. Where are you going? Some bar where it feels like the whole place is being lit with one night light, bathroom mirrors kicked in, bartender's name is Drill Bit, everything is sticky. No, I'm good. Don't invite the friend who's like, are there going to be people there? You don't want them there. Trust me.
Well, ESPN made the choice. First of all, they did a great job of building population that built ESPN, and that was by entertaining, educating, and informing the viewer. And that was our goal, and that was the objective, and that's why they hired me. After about 21 years there, they changed. Then they doubled down, and this is when they completely committed and changed. And they talked about, we want to debate and argue. That has been their goal for nearly a decade: debate and argue. Do you have to know? All you have to know is how to debate and argue. Do you have to know your information? No, actually, the more ignorant you are, probably the better you are going to be in debating and arguing.
Records are meant to be broken, but not this one. Tonight, Nolan Ryan went after career strikeout number 5,000.
The spotlight of the baseball world is on this man tonight, Nolan Ryan. 4,994 strikeouts in his 22nd year in the major league.
When I introduced Nolan Ryan as the starting pitcher, and on the mound for the Rangers, number 34, Nolan. And that's about as far as anybody would hear, because by that time the crowd's roaring.
Well, something's up in baseball when the president's office calls during the day of the game to get the coordinates for the satellite transmission so that the president on vacation can watch. And here is by far the easiest Oakland hitter to strike out. He strikes out about 1 every 3 times.
Welcome back. Kodai Senga will go back out there for another inning of work, and Ozzie Albies leads us off. First pitch is down and away for a ball. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Chopper over to first base. It's going to be an easy G3 to start the inning. One up, one down, and Matt Olson, the batter. First pitch is outside wide to Matt Olson. Taken for a ball, it's 1-0. Righty-lefty matchup, Olson hit his 21st home run back in the 5th inning, a 429-foot shot over the right field wall. There's the pitch right there at the knees. That'll make it 1-1. On deck is Dubon. Harrison the hold. The 1-1 from Kodai. Underneath, four-seamer. 2-1. I believe... Yeah, Alvarez is challenging this one. That one was well below. We'll wait for the official. Yeah, he wrong.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
So Braves with 2, and the Mets with 1. ABS challenge. The 2-1 pitch below the knees. 3-1. 3-1 count. Swing, chopper down the first base line. That'll be a full count. If you're wondering why they didn't challenge that play with Mateo, that's not a challengeable play, and I think that needs to be changed. I get it if it's something that can't be proven, you're just going to waste a challenge. But when that ball hits the chalk like that, it would have been overturned. The 3-2. Fouls it away, and it's a full count. So a full count here to Olsen, already with 1 home run on the night, ending that drought. Braves looking for a little bit of insurance here as Dubon is on deck. The payoff pitch. Swing! That ball is hammered high and deep, going back on the track. Zip, boom, bam, it's gone! Ram-a-lam-a ding-dong.
Hello from Plank Road Field. Smooth as it gets.
Ding-dong, that pitch is dead.
Never watered down.
We must win today. Losing is not an option.
The wicked pitch is dead. That ball was smoked. 106 miles an hour off the bat of Matt Olsen. 411 feet into the chop house, and your Braves lead it 5-2. Righty-righty matchup, swing and a miss by Maurice Dubon. It's 0-1. Dubon 0 for 1 with a couple of walks. Takes the 0-1 down below the knees. 1-1. Braves have had 4 hits tonight, and every damn one of them have left the yard. The 1-1 pitch. Smacks the bottom of the zone sweeper. 1-2. Feels like the days of 2023. Although we did sprinkle in other ball hits like that, but all the home runs, the 1-2. Swing and a miss, chased a bad one in the dirt. 2 down. I did like the idea, even though Dubon ended up not getting a base hit tonight, but he did draw a couple walks. I like the idea of not having Olsen and Harris going back-to-back in the order, even with a right-hander starting on the mound, because when you bring the left-hander in, you really set it up for the opposing bullpen. Righty-lefty matchup, first pitch on the way. Down and in for a ball, it's 1-0. Harris hit his 15th home run of the year earlier tonight. 1 for 3 on the day. The 1-0 pitch, swing, chops it into the hole, and look at there. We can actually get a base hit and not leave the yard. A 2-out single for your Atlanta Braves. And Money Mike's on. 2 outs.
They know about that. God bless you, Mike. Keep your game tight. Never know. You know what I'm saying? I got a little razzle dazzle.
One on, 2 outs. And Andy Green's going to go get Kodai Senga. That's it for him. We'll go to the break. Bullpen doors are opening. And Dominic Smith due up. We'll see if they leave him in. I believe they're bringing in a left-hander. Welcome back. Righty-lefty matchup. They went with the right-hander to face Dominic Smith. First pitch on the way is down and in. Misses for a ball. It's 1-0. Ball looked a lot faster. They're clocking that at 92 miles an hour, but Joey Gerber, or Gerber, not sure how he pronounced it, I have to look that up, is the flip it over to first to keep Harris close by. 29-year-old out of Maple Grove, Minnesota. Thrown 5 games, 7 innings as a 1.23 ERA, so just giving up the 1 run. Is the 1-0 off the plate, 2-0. 6'4", 212-pounder. 29-year-old was drafted by the Mariners in 2018. The 2-0 pitch, swing, smokes it down the first base line, but plenty foul. 2-1. We'd have a field day with this guy in our bullpen. Get someone named, he can call the Gerber baby. The 2-1 pitch, swing, pops it up. Deep into left center field, going back on the track, making the running catch out there is Tyrone Taylor for out number 3. We'll be back in a flash. It's eyeglasses time here in Braves country.
Forget about the crowds, their fancy uniforms, and remember what got you here. Focus on the fundamentals. We've gone over time and time again. And most important, don't get caught up thinking about winning or losing this game. If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential, to be the best that you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners. Okay? Let's go! Let's go! Let me hear it!
One game. Tonight, we stay with them, and we shut them down because we can. Tonight, we are the greatest team in the world. And you were meant to be here tonight. This is your time. Their time is done. It's over. I'm sick and tired of hearing about what a great team. Screw them. This is your time. Now go out there and take it.
All we need to win are the fellas in this room right now. And all you fellas need to do is believe it. Believing that things can get better, that I can get better, that we will get better. To believe in yourself, to believe in one another. If each of you can truly do that, can't nobody rip that apart.
Everybody wrote us off. Everybody. And yet here we are. 40,000 people out there have also written us off. And there are a few out there who do still believe in you. If you'll never give up on it. If you go back out on the field, those are the people I want in your minds. Those are the people I want in your hearts. Every man at some point in his life is going to lose a battle. He's going to fight and he's going to lose. But what makes him a man is that in the midst of that battle, he does not lose himself. This game is not over. This battle is not over. So let's hear it one more time. Together. Clear eyes, full hearts.
Let's go!
And this crowd's back into it now.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Raisel Iglesias coming on for your Atlanta Braves. With a 3-run lead facing the bottom of the order. It'll be Beatty leading us off here. First pitch on the way is swung on and swatted back foul. It's 0-1. Beatty and Torrens, 8-9 batters, and then back to the top of the order, Tyrone Taylor. They would probably pinch hit for Torrens, but we'll see what happens. The 0-1. Swing, pops it up. High F6, can of corn. Mateo's got it, and there's one down. One up, one down, and there will be a pinch hitter here, I believe. No, they're going to let Luis Torrens hit bat. Okay. Righty. First pitch is right there for a strike on the outer edge. It's 0-1. You've got Wagaman, Vientos, and Mauricio on the bench. I guess there's not a better choice per se as the 0-1. Right there for a strike. Four-seamer on the outer edge. It's 0-2. An 0-2 count. Torrens steps out of the box. By the way, I looked it up. It is Gerber. Or, excuse me, Gerber. Is the 0-2 in the dirt? 1-2. So it is pronounced Gerber. Yeah, we'd have a field day if he comes to the Braves. We'd have all kinds of emojis and all kinds of sayings getting the Gerber baby out of the bullpen. The 1-2 pitch, swing, rocks it back foul, and we'll do it again. Yes, we do, James. Yes, we do know. The 1-2 count. Swing, chops it down the line, foul. The 1-2 swing, slices it back foul towards the first base dugout, and we'll do it again. Braves lead by 3, 1 out, top of the order. You got to figure if Torrens gets on, they would bring one of the speedsters in off the bench to run for him. There's the 1-2 pitch, swing, and that ball's going to get through the hole. In between second and first is Ozzie Albies, and the Atlanta Braves defense was playing him to pull. They threw a fastball to the outside, and he smacks it. And so it'll be a single for the Mets with 1 out. The tying run now on deck. Tyrone Taylor, the batter, righty-righty matchup. Soto on deck, first pitch. Right down the pipe for a strike. It's 0-1. He's not pinch running for Torrens. That's really strange. I mean, I guess he doesn't want to lose the DH per se, because you'd have to put Alvarez in as the catcher. It's the 0-1 right there for a strike. It's 0-2. But Alvarez bats 7th in the order. You worry about that issue if it comes around. I would go ahead and bring in. I mean, Mauricio's got pretty good speed. Vientos is faster than him. The 0-2 misses outside wide. 1-2. Remember, they just fired their manager. So Andy Green, he's one of those guys that they promoted as the 1-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with that circle change. And there's 2 down. He's one of those guys that have been elevated because he's a numbers cruncher. So there may be some kind of theory that they believe it's better to keep that DH. But to me, if it's that far away, I'm not worrying about it. First pitch is right there at the knees to Soto. They're going to go ahead and challenge that. Called for a ball as Torrens takes... And that was a wrongful challenge. It's 1-0. Torrens takes second base as they were not holding him on.
You're wrong.
The 1-0. Right down the pipe sinker. 1-2. One-two count. On deck, Bo Bichette. He represents the tying run. 2 outs. The pitch. Inside. 2-1. Glacius at 16 pitches. The 2-1. Swing rakes it into right field under the diving glove of Ozzie Albies. Here comes the throw to the plate. They're going to hold the runner at third. No sense of running yourself out of an inning. And you trail by 3. So runners at the corners. And 2 outs in the tying run. Bo Bichette coming to the plate. Braves were playing Soto to pull. First pitch is right there at the knees. Called for a strike to Bichette. Sinker. It's 0-1. Iglesias has not been locked down money like he was at the beginning of the season. He's struggled a little bit, and hopefully he can get out of this jam. The 0-1 swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Runners at the corners. 2 outs. The pitch, swing, chopper through that right hole again, and the Braves playing the shift. Third consecutive single, and they'll put runners on the corners, and it's now 5-3. Man, oh man alive. He's throwing heat on the outer edge, and they're playing him to pull. The defensive metrics make 0 sense. If the Braves were playing that honest right there, Ozzy's going to be able to get to that ball. But if you're gonna play the defense, then you've got to call the pitches that way. Hefner's going out there to talk to him as Francisco Lindor is coming to the plate. He represents the go-ahead run. Tying runners at first, runners at the corners, 2 outs. But it makes 0 sense to put the defense playing them to pull, and then you pitch them to the outside. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch inside, almost gets Lindor in the leg. It's 1-0. The 1-0. They're playing him to pull. So you want to pitch him inside is the key, is the 1-0. Swing, chopper over to second, and Ozzy's got it. He'll flip it to first. A 4-3 put out, and Braves win. Braves win. Your Atlanta Braves win. Whiskey for my men. Beer for my horses. Five runs, 5 hits, 1 error for your Atlanta Braves. Three runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Metropolitans. Braves take game 1 of a 4-game series and will get their 51st win of the year. They'll move to 3 games in front of Philadelphia as they were idle today. Shout out to Charlie, Uncle Charlie, and Scarlett chipping in here on Braves Country Radio tonight. And the game ball.
Do you see what you get, loser? Loser! Loser! Do you see what you get when you mess with the Warrior?
That's right, Uncle Charlie. Matt Olson will be get your game ball tonight. 2 home runs. I think it's a pretty easy call there. 2 home runs, 2 RBIs. Michael Harris chipped in with a 2-run home run, and Ozzy Albies had a home run. Braves only had 5 hits. The only non-base hit. The only hit that was not a home run, is I guess what I'm trying to say, was Harris's second hit of the night. He went 2 for 4, but Olsen gets the game ball. 2 for 3, 2 home runs. Grant Holmes gets the win. He goes to 4-4. And Raziel Iglesias gets his 16th win of the year, or 16th save of the year, excuse me. Christian Scott goes to 2-1. And the Braves will chop away to them. And we will see you next time. And as opposed to our typical finish, you'll see something different if you weren't with us for the beginning of the broadcast. you'll understand why we're doing it this way. Happy 250, America.
In Congress, July 4th, 1776, the unanimous declaration of the 13 United States of America. When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights governments are instituted among men deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such forms as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence indeed will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes, and accordingly all experience hath shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer while evils are sufferable than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations pursuing invariably the same object evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security, and by the authority of the good people of these colonies solemnly publish and declare that these united colonies are and of right ought to be free and independent states, that they are absolved from all allegiance to the British Crown, and that all political connection between them and the state of Great Britain is and ought to be totally dissolved, and that as free and independent states they have full power to levy war, conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and for the support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor.